Hey, Randy Burt here. I'm at the Chautauqua Hometown Heroes Veterans Memorial in Mayville, where we had a great dedication today with way over 100 to 200 people came to watch. My dad was a veteran in World War II. He got a Purple Heart for, he got hit with a grenade. It was either be shot or hit with a grenade. So I do have a brick coming. I just didn't know what to write on it. All the records were lost in St. Louis many years ago in a big fire. So my brick will be here someday too, but I just want to welcome everybody to Destination Chautauqua County.
Hello and welcome to the official opening and dedication of the Chautauqua Hometown Heroes Veterans Memorial. Thank you all for coming and sharing this special day.
Colors are coming.
All for the colors. It's that part.
And now with the invocation, Janet Derbish.
They will. Please bow your heads for our invocation. Today is a special day to recognize our volunteers and workers responsible for bringing us together to attend this dedication. Thank you for giving us the strength to build the walls of remembrance. Thank you for those who generously donated to make our dream a reality. This gazebo will serve as a permanent fixture to honor our hometown heroes, including the heroic men and women who served to defend the freedom of the United States of America. Let the love that brought us here today enlighten our hearts with happiness and peace. Amen. Yes.
Can you flip that up? And now, with the Pledge of Allegiance, Scott Deering.
Please rise, uncover. We will say the pledge to the flag of our true veterans to your right. Thank you.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you again for attending our dedication. I'm Tom Jordan, and I'm the treasurer of Hometown Heroes Veterans Memorial. I would like to share just a little history of the committee. We wrote our first check on July 26, 2018. And that was to purchase a P.O. box so we had some place to have mail delivered. From there, we purchased pamphlets and letterhead in August of 2018. Then the start, by word of mouth and by the letters and pamphlets, we started selling bricks to honor Chautauqua County veterans. Our first order of bricks was placed on November 28th, 2018. We continue selling and ordering bricks right through today. Our latest order of bricks of 32 bricks arrived on September 27th and are hanging on one of the 14 walls behind me. To date, we have placed 30 orders of bricks, and we hope to have several more orders. A contract was signed on May 27, 2020 with Infinity Custom Builders for the building of the gazebo part of the memorial. During this whole process, COVID-19 was disrupting the world, including us. Finding materials and workers was nearly impossible. The project's architect, William Lotcher, went through at least 5 blueprint overhauls before we got to see what we do today. He was a saint for putting up with us. It was not until the spring of this year that progress began to happen. From that point, the gazebo became reality. And during construction, the members voted on another member, Ronald Hosel, a retired contractor. Ron built all of the 14 interior walls and has placed 616 bricks on these walls to date. In closing, I just want to say that several organizations and individuals have come to our calling to help make Chautauqua Hometown Heroes Veteran Memorial a reality. It is believed that we all have a guardian angel. The Chautauqua Hometown Heroes Veteran Memorial has its own guardian angel. And in a few minutes, our Vice President, Claire Dunbar, will be up here to speak, and at that time she will introduce our guardian angel. Thank you. Next is Sandra Lee Wagner.
Good afternoon. I would also just like to say thank you to the Village of Mayville who donated this land to us so we could build this wonderful gazebo. If our members could please stand, I would appreciate that. And I think people want to see who these workers are. Jim Thomas, President. Clara Dunbar, Vice President. Thomas Jordan, Treasurer. Aurelia Taylor, Secretary. I don't know if William Lobsher is here, but certainly our architect. Jim Kurtz, who had this idea many a year ago. John Buxton, who is that person that works behind the scene, and he should be here somewhere. Oh, he's absent. Thank you. Okay. Ron Hosel. Rick Seiper. Janet Derbish. Kathy Jordan, the other half. And Janie Rayner, as well as myself. And thank you to all of you who have made this, as they said, dream come true.
And now I introduce Mrs. Clara Dunbar, Vice President. She's here to introduce our guests.
Thank you for coming in such a crowd as we have. It's an honor. I would like to recognize different ones that are here today, whether it be grants, personal donations, and so on. And I would like to call Susie up here. We're sitting on a paved parking lot. Don't be bashful. That she donated the money to have that done, plus other things that we needed. She was right there to help us. And this is Susie Riley. Swell person. Thank you. Would you like to say something?
Oh my, yeah, I don't know. It's just so wonderful to see so many people here, and I kind of get choked up at ceremonies like this because they're so special. And if we don't keep stuff like this going, we're just not going to have it. I was talking to Scott a few moments ago, and we, within a half a second, both shared the same sentiment that our children, our grandchildren, are not going to be able to experience what we're experiencing here today unless we stand up and fight. But most of all, education. Please, please push education, history of your country. And to all the veterans here, I don't know what to say except thank you, thank you, thank you. And we have veterans in our family, and we keep their memory alive with the other family members. So thank you all, and it's my pleasure to help Hometown Heroes. Thank you.
Susie's our guardian.
She is definitely our guardian angel. I've had my first encounter with her. I was driving the car and my husband taking him to the doctor, and I was in Northeast, and she just called me on my car phone and said, "Oh, I want to know something about Hometown Heroes." And I said, "Do you want a brick?" She said, "No. Can I help you?" And she gave us a very generous donation then. And so I started to cry. She says, "I'm crying too." And so, but also this grass is from her too. So we're very lucky for that guardian angel. Thank you. Do we have Tori? Okay. She is the Regional Community Foundation. She is with that. Do you have anything to say? They have helped us with grants and things, so.
Don't run.
Well, we are just so honored to be a small part of this project and to come alongside really dedicated volunteers. So dedicated, I look at Tom, getting up and down, and I mean, just so much dedication to pull this together. So this was a real honor, and it's really all about all of you and the veterans that this serves to remember.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Next is Eileen Ardillo here. Would you like to say anything? And we thank you very much. And she's with the Northern Chautauqua Community Foundation. Don Emhart, are you here? There's so many people. You want to come up here? He's a Chautauqua County Supervisor, Don Emhart. Thank you. He did a lot for us, too. And I will introduce Susan Raleigh. I know she's here. There you are. I guess you'll be talking in a little bit. Well, somebody said they were going to talk to you. Who was? Do you want you want to say something to us?
I just want to thank everyone and the military parents for remembering all of our fallen and all of our heroes.
Thank you for coming. She's Blue Star Mothers. Very active. Next is Martin Proctor. Is he here? How about you? You want to say something? He is a former county legislator. Thank you. And we have Bill Ward. He's hiding. Oh, there he is with a guitar.
I am. Well, greetings. And man, this is an amazing, amazing turnout. You guys deserve to give yourselves a hand for supporting this thing. Go ahead. And I had some, they asked me to introduce the county executive, who, by the way, couldn't be here, but my friend James Feldman is here, so I'm going to introduce him in a moment. And they said I could make a couple of remarks, but I decided instead to do it the way I know how best, and that is with a song. So I have written a song for this occasion and for this incredibly wonderful place and for all of the people who have served their country. Coming up, you guys. And to help me with this song is our members of Chautauqua Lake Central School. You could give them a hand for coming up. How you doing, you guys? Thank you so much for coming. And of course, Katie Ryan, and of course, Jen Davis. We're going to try to sit them here. They've promised to come up and reseed the grass, too, after we... When they placed the trophy on the shelf that the football team just won itself, we get excited for all their fighting. And when the paper writes the list of names in the latest All-Star Hall of Fame, we want to see them, we want to be them. Let me tell you about the stars that I know, the ones who gave it all for faith and freedom. It's the girl next door, it's the boy in the store, it's your granddad's name on the sacred door. She ships out today on the shore. Lay your head low for the hometown hero. As the bricks go up in this old hometown, each story's told about each battle drawn. He was our neighbor, she was a savior. and the brave young souls whose families burn a candle bright for their return, the memory fading, but they're still waiting. And bricks and candles won't bring back our children, but souls who keep their songs alive will free them. When the black flag waves, when we kneel at the grave, we remember the days they went away. We stand here today in this beautiful place and sing this song now for the hometown heroes. Here's to the Westfield sergeant and the Sherman captain, the Jamestown private and the Mayville airman, the Stowe lieutenant and the Dunkirk colonel. Chautauqua's heroes made their mark eternal. It's the girl next door, it's the boy in the store, it's your granddad's name on the sacred shore. She ships out today, or he died on the shore. Lay your head low for the hometown heroes. Lay your head low for the hometown heroes.
Susie,
Thank you.
are you crying?
Thank you so much, and thank you for letting me have that point of privilege today. I am the legislator for these parts, District 18, and I get to work with this young gentleman who is going to come up and talk on behalf of our county executive, Mr. James Feldman. Come on up.
Hello, everyone. I am here today on behalf of County Executive P.J. Wendell. I know he was planning to be here and was excited to be here, but sadly last week he was called to Albany with the other county executives to meet with our governor this morning. So he sends his regards. He thanks everyone for being here, all those who donated their time, their money, and of course to all of our veterans here in Chautauqua County who made this day happen. I have a quick proclamation to read from him. From the Office of the County Executive of Chautauqua County, whereas the Chautauqua Hometown Heroes Veterans Memorial has been constructed at the Mayville Village Cemetery in Mayville, New York, and whereas the memorial is a way to recognize the many veterans from Chautauqua County who have served our county in times of war or peace, and whereas the Chautauqua Hometown Heroes Veterans Memorial honors 355 Chautauqua County veterans, which includes 119 who were killed in action and buried in foreign soil, 95 who are missing in action, 72 prisoners of war, and 69 Purple Heart recipients. And whereas the Hometown Heroes Veterans Memorial Committee has worked tirelessly for many years to raise funds for this memorial, so our local service members will always be remembered for their dedication and service to our country and to protect our civil liberties. And whereas the groundbreaking for the memorial took place in June of 2019, and the project is now complete with today's special dedication ceremony. Now therefore, I, Paul M. Wendell Jr., Chautauqua County Executive, do hereby proclaim Tuesday, October 5th, 2021 as Chautauqua Hometown Heroes Veterans Memorial Day in Chautauqua County, and I encourage all residents to thank the committee for bringing this project to fruition as we continue to remember and recognize the brave sacrifices our veterans have made to protect our freedom and serve our country. In witness whereof, I have here to set my hand and cause the seal of Chautauqua County to be affixed this 5th day of October 2021, Paul M. Wendell Jr., Chautauqua County Executive. I just want to thank everyone again for coming out. This is an amazing day. This is an amazing event. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Okay, let's see. Do we have Jim Warner here? Would you like to say anything? Thank you. He's on the Mayville Village Planning Board. Do we have June Dietrich here? There she is. Would you like to come up and say anything? We have worked with her, and she did a beautiful job. She's a former director of Chautauqua Region Community Foundation. And Barb Cessna, are you here? There she is. Do you want? Thank you. Probably you didn't hear it all, but she's with the Fenton Historical Museum, and they look for veterans and do all kinds of good things down there. Too bad we didn't have a loudspeaker down there, but thank you for coming. And do we have the McClurg Museum trustee, Bob Johnson? There he is. Do you have something? We thank you very, very much. And I just am so touched by this. So I better give this to somebody else or, you know, I cry. Thank you for coming.
Now I'd like to welcome former Chautauqua executive Jack Glenser.
My letter was a note. I'll tell you, this gathering, it brings out the best. I mean, Chautauqua County is such a special place at a time when volunteerism around our country is fading away. To see so many people here, Chautauqua County is a wonderful, wonderful place to live. I'm proud to have served as your county executive, and I think, you know, the fact that my friend Joe Gerasi and I were political opponents but never enemies, and I respect him. He did a great job as your county executive. I think this committee with, you know, Jim Kurtz, who I've known forever. So all I have to say is this: I'm proud to be a veteran. 3 years in the 4th Infantry Regimental Combat Team. I only enlisted for 2 years, but President Truman gave me an extra one and didn't even charge. So I'm proud to be a veteran. I'm proud to be here. I'm proud to live in Chautauqua County. And to this committee, you have done a magnificent job, especially at a time when it's very tough to find a volunteer. God bless all of you, and thank you for coming today. And here's my friend Joe.
Well, you notice that Jack and I needed help to get up to the podium, but my hat should go off to the committee. You've done an incredible job. My sincere congratulations and thanks to the Chautauqua Hometown Heroes Veterans Memorial Committee and those who supported the design and construction of this fitting memorial, to those from our area who served our country. I was honored to be present at the groundbreaking in 2019 and proud to be part of its dedication just 2 years later. And this memorial is truly a job well done. And I'm sure it's difficult for all of us to view this structure without feeling the impact of why it is here. Personally, I think of my uncle Anthony Alimo, who was a pilot in World War II, was shot down, crashed into the North Sea with a bullet in his leg. He was picked up by members of a German gunboat, taken prisoner, and held until he escaped after several attempts. This man was only 2 years old when his mother and father brought him to Jamestown from Sicily. He loved this country, America. He fought for freedom, suffered for freedom, and worked hard to ensure that our freedoms as American citizens would continue. He was an American hero and my personal hero. I'm confident you all have those that you remember as we stand before this memorial. We veterans all have our own stories, for even though we serve the same country, we experience our service individually. My own service and my own story began when I was 17, and I enlisted in the U.S. Navy during World War II in 1945. I eventually served on the USS Haven in 1946, where I witnessed the atomic bomb test at Bikini Island. This is my story, but there's so many more, and I hope as a future part of this memorial, we capture the experiences of men and women from this area that will serve as a resource of those who come after us, and so they remember. The theme of the groundbreaking was inspired by a quote from Cicero: "Poor is a nation that has no heroes, but shameful is the nation that has them and forgets." Thank you for remembering our heroes.
I would like to introduce next Lisa Vanstrom. She will be reading a few letters from other executives in the, well, actually United States Senator George Barrello.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure and an honor to be here on this beautiful Chautauqua County afternoon. First, I'm going to present a letter from Senator George Barrello to the board members, guests, and supporters. As your state senator, one of my greatest privileges is the opportunity to represent the many veterans who call the 57th Senate District home. With courage, they endured unimaginable hardship and sacrificed in defense of freedom and the nation we love. The brave men and women of our military personify words like honor, courage, sacrifice. Many made the ultimate sacrifice to preserve the ideals we hold dear. Our freedom is their legacy. Because of them, America endures as a shining beacon of hope around the world. We have a sacred duty to ensure their service is never forgotten or taken for granted. Thank you to the Chautauqua County Hometown Heroes Veterans Memorial Board of Directors, the donors, and everyone who supported the creation of this beautiful, beautiful memorial gazebo to honor the men and women of Chautauqua County who have served in our armed forces. God bless them, and God bless the United States. Sincerely, George M. Barrello. Former County Executive Mark W. Thomas was unable to attend today, but I have the honor and privilege of sharing his message. On the occasion of the dedication of County Veterans Memorial in Mayville, New York, to the assembled, it is fitting that in our county seat, Mayville, New York, we have established a memorial to those who have served our country in the armed services. Although many of our local communities have so honored those who have served their country in this way, it is also important that we establish this site as a county-wide tribute to our loved ones. The pavilion established here along the entrance to Mayville has become a fitting reminder on our byways that we have been given our freedom by so many, that freedom comes at a price. Some gave their lives to protect and defend us, while all made large sacrifices to preserve our country. Today in this sacred place, we honor all who have served. We pause this day and focus on gratitude. It is when we are all experiencing gratitude for our many blessings that divisions cease to matter. It is in the gratitude that we celebrate our oneness as a people and a nation. On this day, we are unified in giving thanks for all those loved ones that have brought us by example of their lives. May we all be unified as a nation in order to give back to those who have given so much. Sincerely, Mark W. Thomas, former county executive. Thank you. And last but not least, for my part of this program today, is somebody who really believed in this project and is very sad that he couldn't be here. This is on behalf of my dear former colleague and friend, Mark Odell. Greetings, veterans and friends. It's hard to believe that 2 years have passed since I stood with you and spoke at the groundbreaking of this magnificent edifice. Many of you may recall the groundbreaking ceremony I spoke on the subject of those missing in action, or MIAs. I was pleased to speak for Chautauqua County's 52 MIAs and their families, as this was a group that was never receiving closure of the fate of their loved one. However, today I would like to take this time to recognize our living veterans. I believe that my favorite veteran, my dad, PFC James Odell, is among you today, and I just want to say hi, Dad. His brick is one of the many adoring the walls of this memorial, and we have had a very special afternoon a few months ago locating this brick, admiring the many other bricks dedicated to those who bravely served our nation. In my time in the legislature, I advocated heavily for our veterans, which the board of Chautauqua County Hometown Heroes Veterans Memorial can attest. But there is a distinct difference between advocating for and directly assisting our veterans. In my new and evolving role at Florida Gulf Coast University's College of Business, one of my favorite assignments has been working in the Veterans Entrepreneurial Program. This program directly assists our veterans in maximizing efficiency and profits for their businesses. It gives me great pride and joy to work directly with these guys and gals, many of them whom are just transitioning to civilian life. Listening to them share their stories before and after class is captivating, and I've learned so much from them, as they have from me. To close, I challenge you, each of you, to not only thank our living veterans for their service, but also ask if you can help provide or connect them with any direct assistance. Many agencies and organizations exist to help our service members, young and old, and I guarantee that even if the answer is no, you will have demonstrated a higher level of respect for those that bravely served our nation. Thank you, and God bless. Mark Odell.
I just would like to mention that before we started this program, I was supposed to switch things around a little bit, but you put it in a number and I read it right from 1 to 11. So we're going to do that a little bit later. Now I would like to invite our secretary, Hometown Heroes, Aurelia Taylor.
In the interest of time, I'm going to only read 4 of the letters. The letter from Susan Raleigh, sorry, that was our longest letter, and she basically said the same thing when she stood up. So I'll read the letter from Steve Healy. America has long stood as a beacon of hope and opportunity, and few embody that spirit here at home and beyond our borders more than the members of our armed forces. Soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marines, and Coast Guardmen are part of an unbroken chain of brave patriots who have served our country with honor and made tremendous sacrifices so that we may live free. Today we salute the women and men who have proudly worn the uniform of the United States of America and the families who have served alongside them, and we affirm our sacred duty as citizens to express our enduring gratitude both in words and in actions for their service. We as a nation leave no one behind, and CSEA regional veterans committees across New York State have made historic investments to provide veterans veterans access to the resources and education they need to share in our country's enduring promise of liberty and freedom for all. Let us uphold our obligations to these heroic individuals and never forget those who paid the ultimate price. On this day, October 5th, 2021, and throughout the year, may we sustain their lasting contributions to our nation's progress and carry forward their legacy by building a future that is stronger, safer, and freer for all. I call on everyone, including civic and fraternal organizations, places of worship, schools, and local communities to support this memorial with commemorative expressions and dutiful reflection. Now, therefore, I, Stephen T. Healy, CSEA, Western Region President, encourage all Americans to recognize the valor and sacrifice of our veterans through appropriate public ceremonies and private prayers, and by visiting, honoring, and respecting monuments such as the Hometown Heroes Veterans Memorial here in Mayville, New York. Yours in unionism, Stephen. Dear Hometown Heroes Committee, as project coordinator for Veterans Finding Vets, it has been my honor to use the records available at the Fenton Historical Center to aid Jim Kurtz when the records of certain veterans needed verified. I was very happy to oblige in this huge effort to pay tribute to the sacrifices and amazing stories made by Chautauqua County veterans throughout our history, and to make good use of the many military resources in our collection. Kudos to the Memorial Committee for having this grand vision and for keeping their eyes on the ball amid the many obstacles of COVID-19. Best regards, Barb Cessna, Vets Finding Vets, Project Coordinator. And from Robert Johnson, greetings. Upon request, due to my occasionally providing help to the cause using my various computer skills, as well as my position on the Board of Trustees of the Chautauqua County Historical Society, I'm adding comment to the Chautauqua Hometown Heroes Veterans Memorial Dedication Booklet. My father traveled by the Mayville Cemetery via the Jamestown, Westfield, and Northwestern Railroad on his way to San Antone, as he said it. He was training in the Air Force to be a navigator and to join the World War II effort. The war ended before they needed him to serve, and he came home, got a good job, married, raised 3 sons, and retired and lived a good life. I remember being at Brockport State College in 1971 and having to do something official regarding my draft registration for the Vietnam War. To this day, I remember my lottery number for the draft, number 79. By that time, I was not called to serve and graduated college, got a good job, great wife, retired with great benefits. Whether one ends up on the path to serve or life takes them along another path, the opportunity to live our lives in this country should never be taken for granted. It is unfortunate that the people had to give their lives for others to have that opportunity, but we should forever be mindful of that they did. Robert M. Johnson, Chautauqua County Historical Society Trustee. Trolley car number 93, Restoration Project Lead. And finally, from the town of Carroll historian, Chautauqua Hometown Heroes Committee. As historians for the town of Carroll, and on behalf of our many veterans, past and present, thank you so much for your efforts to honor the stories, service, and sacrifices of the veterans of Chautauqua County. The historians of Carroll, past and present, have worked diligently to document our veterans and their services, as we're sure other town historians have done as well. We are particularly grateful for yet another location where visitors and neighbors can enjoy learning the amazing and sometimes heartbreaking details of what the word service really means. Sincerely appreciative, Barb Cessna, Sue Richards. Thank you.
Next, I'd like to introduce Jacqueline Phelp. She has a letter from our Congressman Tom Reed.
As someone who works for the congressman, here we go. As someone who works for the congressman, I'm rarely at a loss for words. But the song that Bill Ward sang today truly reminds us why this is the greatest nation in the world. It's that boy on the football field, perhaps Lisa Vanstrom's son Jackson or Susan's son Matthew, both currently serving. It's that next door neighbor, the girl, Jessica Goodell, Andy's daughter, who served as a Marine. Or perhaps it's our grandparents, whose name is on the wall next to the door. County Executive Gerasi, County Executive Glenser. My grandpa, whose name is next to a golf course, not on a door. Or Tom's dad, the congressman's dad, who served so proudly in World War II in Korea. This memorial is so much more than just this space. It's a place where we come to remember why we are who we are. It's a place that we come to think, celebrate, and never forget our nation's true heroes, the veterans. And so on behalf of Congressman Reed, I'm thrilled to be here to say thank you to all who served. And thank you for making this the nation that it is. Thank you for putting your life on the line so that we can get up every day and live ours. God bless you. God bless America. And thank you to the people who made this happen. Because each and every day when we remember our veterans, we remember why we are the country that we are. God bless.
Okay, next on the agenda is Bill Ward. Is he up here? He's already sang. Here he comes. Okay. Next we have New York State Assemblyman Andy Goodell.
What a beautiful memorial to honor our hometown heroes. Take just a moment to appreciate this historic event and the beauty that's represented by this memorial. There are 660 bricks, each with their own story of service. but 2 bricks have special meaning to me. One has my father's name, a Navy veteran who served in World War II as a radio technician, was sent to the Philippines in preparation of the invasion of Japan, which everyone knew would be extraordinarily dangerous. He survived, and my brothers and I are forever thankful. The other brick is for my daughter Jessica, who served in the Marine Corps and was stationed in Iraq, where she served with the Marine Corps' 1st Mortuary Affairs Unit. And her unit handled all of our fallen heroes as they retook Fallujah. And in her memoir, she wrote that when it came time to transport those bodies back to the United States, there was an honor guard that saluted each one of those caskets with the same precision and dedication and commitment that they would salute the President of the United States, even though no one was there watching. There are 660 plaques, each with their own story. Yet there are many, many more stories out there about our hometown heroes. And so, what a blessing for us to be here and see the concrete honor in such a beautiful facility, recognizing and ensuring that the memory of these heroes lives on forever. God bless you.
Next, I'd like to invite to the podium City of Jamestown Mayor Eddie Sundquist.
Saw there was a microphone around here somewhere. I am honored to be here with you all, and my thanks to each and every one of you that had an opportunity to put this together and have years of work creating this space that we can remember our veterans from all over, whether they come from Jamestown, Dunkirk, or anywhere in between. This is such an incredible place to be. You know, I've got the opportunity to travel all across New York State and all across different parts of the U.S. And the one thing that is really incredible about people from Chautauqua County has always been their sense of honor, their sense of duty, and their love for Chautauqua County. And none more so than the veterans and the people in the military that we have here. Because I'll tell you what, no matter who I have met and no matter who I have talked to, Chautauqua County has always risen to the challenge to serve our military, to serve our country. And they come back remembering how wonderful it is to be here. So what better way for us to honor our veterans, to honor those who are continue here and who have given their life, than a place where they can come, they can remember, they can honor our brothers and sisters, our fellow people from Chautauqua County, and the people that we call our neighbors. I want to thank you all for the work that you've done. Although this is a solemn place, this is a place to remember, where not only should we at times be sad, but also be joyous, because we must remember who have served our country. We must remember what it was like for the people of Chautauqua County, the people of Jamestown, the people from all the places in this area who gave their life, their time, their family to protect us. Thank you all, and thank you to the committee for this day.
Next, I'd like to invite Edwin Romos. He's here on behalf of Willie Rosa for the city of Dunkirk.
Thank you very much. It's an honor to be here today. I'm here on behalf of Dunkirk Mayor Wilfred Rosas, who was unable to attend but is very honored to have been invited. And he did leave a letter for me to read. So anytime that there's a veterans service or any type of ceremony that he can't make it to, he calls on his own staff veteran, which is myself. I'm a proud member or a proud veteran of the United States Air Force, and still help out today with the Civil Air Patrol here at Jamestown Airport. So I will read the letter from Mayor Rosas. The Chautauqua Hometown Heroes Veterans Memorial Dedication. Honored veterans and proud Americans, your service and support have made this great country what it is today. We gratefully acknowledge that we live in freedom today because of the many sacrifices that have been made and are being made today by the valiant servicemen and women in the armed forces. Veterans are fathers, mothers, sisters, brothers, children, wives, and husbands. They leave home behind. They go through rigorous training that many would not be able to handle. Their bodies may be broken, but never their spirit. Veterans choose to endure it all in efforts to contribute to this country's freedom. We will never understand what they went through in combat. Our men and women that put on their uniforms each day to serve had a love for this country so great that they were willing to lay down their lives in order to ensure that their families and friends and the generations that come after them could live in a better world. And for that, I thank them. They make the absolute greatest sacrifice as an American, and they deserve our utmost respect for doing so. Sincerely, City of Dunkirk Mayor Wilfred Rosas.
Now I'm honored to invite Ken Shear, Mayor of Mayville.
Thank you and welcome to the village of Mayville. We're glad to have you all here, and we're so glad that Chautauqua Hometown Heroes has chosen Mayville as their home for this beautiful memorial. I have a proclamation I'd like to read. Whereas in Chautauqua County, there are many members of the military, both past and present. And whereas the village of Mayville recognizes the great sacrifice that our military members, both past and present, make in serving our country. Whereas it is our desire to continually recognize the military service members who have given so much of themselves to serve our country, this is one small way we can do that and show our strong support of those who serve our country and our community. Whereas the members of Chautauqua Hometown Heroes Veterans Memorial have devoted their time and talent to honor military veterans who earned the Purple Hearts or other awards, who are POWs or MRAs, or were killed in the line of duty. Whereas Chautauqua Hometown Heroes Veterans Memorial members have chosen Mayville Cemetery to construct a gazebo in memory and honor of these brave military members. Now therefore, I, Kenneth Fuschier Jr., Mayor of the Village of Mayville, do hereby declare October 5th, 2021, Chautauqua Hometown Heroes Day, and I applaud and sincerely thank them for their willingness to give so wholly to our community. Mayville is a better place because of them. Thank you so much.
Okay, it's my honor now for the dedication of the memorial. May I invite Steve Seibert and Gary Counts.
The Chautauqua Hometown Heroes Veterans Memorial, Inc. was formed to be a charitable, non-for-profit organization. The committee members have continued to raise funds, and the memorial has been constructed in the Mayville Village Cemetery. The goal of veterans has always been to maintain our freedom and way of life. The purpose of Chautauqua Hometown Heroes Veterans Memorial is to honor all Chautauqua veterans for their service and sacrifice. The memorial is to honor all veterans, peacetime, wartime, foreign field, and in-country service. The Hometown Heroes Veteran Memorial Committee members continues to raise funds for commemorative bricks for Chautauqua County veterans.
Missing in action, 95. Prisoners of war, 72. Killed in action, buried on foreign soil in cemeteries, 119. And Purple Heart recipients, 69. Hometown, Jamestown, are 132. From Dunkirk, 82. And from towns and villages, 141. For a total of 355 bricks. The goal of veterans has always been to maintain our freedoms and way of life. The funds have been raised, and the Chautauqua Hometown Heroes Veterans Memorial has been constructed at the Mayville Village Cemetery. On this day, October 5th, 2021, we dedicate the Chautauqua Hometown Heroes Veterans Memorial in honor of all county veterans for their service and sacrifice.
Okay, before our next presentation, Clara Dunbar has a few more words.
Yes, I believe we should recognize Jim Kurtz. Is he still here, or did he go home? If it hadn't been for him to encourage me, because my husband was a quartermaster at the VFW, and he said to me, will you look to see how many Purple Hearts are in the village? So my husband let me look through his records and everything. And then as the list got bigger, Jim kept giving more things to look for, and he really, if it hadn't been for him, we wouldn't have done this, and we thank him. He won't stand up, I know. But then when we started making plans and this design, I said to them, let's not put this in a brick building or a square anything. I said, let's do it in a gazebo. And they all looked at me and said, 13 of us on the committee looked at me and thought, a gazebo? Yeah, we'll put bricks in it. And here we are. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I enjoyed designing the bricks for the walls. And Ron Hosel, stand up again. He designed the walls to put them on. And so, great guy. He's really great. And we have Tom here, too. And so, the treasurer, he takes care of the important stuff.
Thank you, Clara. Now, would everyone join me in welcoming Frank Weirin? Do it. Do it. Please stay standing for the benediction. Welcome again, Janet Derbish, VFW Post 8647, Chaplain.
As we depart this dedication, may the Lord bless us and allow us to remember our Chautauqua County hometown heroes. May we all honor our brave men and women who served and those who gave the ultimate sacrifice to ensure our freedoms. Bless our dignitaries and our community leaders and the dedicated citizens of Chautauqua County. May God bless you and watch over you. Let us join together in love and peace as we continue to serve God and country. Amen.
The Jamestown veterans, Vietnam veterans. I would like to thank everyone here today for coming. And if you have any time left in your afternoon, please join us at VFW Post 8647 at 10 Memorial Drive, the other side of town. We'll have late refreshments. Thank you again.